There's no place to escape to.
This is the last podcast.
On the left.
From your grave.
That's when the cannibalism started.
What was that?
That's good, buddy! Are we ready?
We're ready.
Welcome to the program, everybody, with Marcus Parks. I'm Ben Kissel. This is the last podcast on the left, and with us, as always, I'm not sure who he is today. He looks crazy.
No scrubs, Henry Zabrowski, because I can tell you,
Whoa.
I don't want no scrubs. Scrubs is the kind of can get no love from me. Sitting on the passenger side of his best friend's ride, trying to holler at me.
Wow,
Yeah, I don't want any fucking scrubs.
I'm different. I
Isn't
want
him
that scrub.
No,
He's
you
a
don't.
nice guy. He saw me driving.
No, he's just the
Hey,
kind
big
of guy.
boy, you want to come over here? Let's talk about these nuts.
No, he's a scrub is the kind of guy who thinks he's fly, but he's just kind of a buster.
Yeah, no, I understand that.
You don't want to be with a buster.
I don't want a guy who's fly, because they're going to go out and they're going to fly around all over a whole series of other penises, suck all over them,
I think
and he's
that-
not going to be at home with me like a buster.
I think that just reflects on how you think about yourself.
Yeah.
I know that I'm better than just some fucking scrub.
You are better than a scrub, and I don't think you have a friend who has a car, so you don't even have the possibility of being a scrub or
I
yelling
don't
out.
want no scrub. Scrub is the kind that can get no love from me. Hanging out the passenger side of my best friend's ride.
Oh, my goodness. Speaking of who we are as people, today we're going to discuss a subject very near and dear to our hearts. It's a little thing called reincarnation.
I don't know if it's near and dear. I think that it's more of a thing that some people believe in.
Some people believe it, you know. Obviously, we're referring to carnation chocolate milk when you put it in the microwave and then you got yourself some reincarnation.
Yes.
So,
God.
Shut up.
So
Shut
reincarnation.
the F up. Anyway, but this came about because I sent Henry a story on Facebook about a young boy who believes he's a pilot from WW2.
And I had recently listened to an episode of Coast to Coast that featured an author written a book. Basically, the main researcher who specializes in childhood past life memories wrote this book about his series of like case studies with children who see sections of history that they shouldn't know about, and they'll show them like a picture, like the case with James Leininger. Who's
That boy ain't as dumb as he should be.
But the guy James Leininger was a pilot in World War II.
21 years young.
Yeah, he served in the Pacific Arena, or whatever that term is. Theater,
Not
right?
the greatest pilot. Went down
He
relatively
died.
immediately.
But it was like one of those things where he keeps having, like, this little kid started having like nightmares about, like, we'll show you some of the footage later on. But it's like he has like nightmares of him like being trapped in a cockpit and being like, the little man can't get out. And she's like,
Yep.
and his mother's like, what do you mean the little man can't get out? He's just like, little man's caught in the fire, and
Who's
the little
the little
man's
man?
me. I'm the little man. And then like as a parent, you're like, I am going to send you to an insane asylum to get you out of this house because you're talking to ghosts. And I don't want, because we all know what happens when your child starts to see ghosts. They kill you.
Oh,
Yeah.
they kill you. Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna die.
You gotta ship him out.
It's possible. He's already been shipped out once. I bet you'll be used to it.
So the word
So-
reincarnation, it comes from the Latin, literally meaning entering the flesh again. That's directly from Wikipedia.
Entering the flesh again. That seems awfully erotic.
It does.
Yeah, right?
looking
Entering
forward to-
you could just call a thing reincarnation, right?
Right.
And then, like, parentheses, entering the flesh again, right?
Ah.
And you have a lot of, like, red drapes.
I'm gonna text that to my girlfriend. I'm
Yeah.
gonna reincarnate you tonight.
Yeah,
Ugh,
I'm gonna
it's so
put my
gross.
fucking dick in your butt.
Yeah.
But it's like because my dick had bad karma, it's a fucking dog in your butt.
Yeah, it's a dog dick, which
It was
is
a
weird.
human.
It got the lipstick thing going on.
but
You
there's
gotta
a-
turn it to make it hard.
There, a lot of stuff I learned in researching about this topic was like, number one, what I found was interesting is that it's really just the Indian cultures, like Hindu, like various religions that believe that an actual personality moves from one body to the next, from like that your soul like actually travels as a whole to the next entity. Where like the Buddhists believe that like we're all just frequencies. It's like your life, your soul is like a frequency, and your existence is like a spike in the frequency.
What is the frequency?
Just you being alive, the
I see.
entity that sort of the energy that makes you who you are, that fills your body.
So you'd be like, you have a low frequency because you stay on the couch all day with no pants on. Your frequency is like,
I'm like,
and then Marcus is like,
and yours like,
always going. Yeah.
Wait a second. Aren't you the one one that sits on the couch all day with no pants on, petting dogs?
I have pants on. It's my job.
That's true, though. You
That
can't
is
sit.
true. That is true.
They have those nice leather couches.
Although I did get busted lathering up my naked body. So that happened at work.
With what?
Lotion.
Yeah.
You got
get
caught
pink.
masturbating?
No, I get pink in the cold, and I have to lotion my body. And my boss walked in on me. I'll tell you, at that point, I wish I could have left my body and gone and occupied an entirely different person.
My question is that what were you lotioning?
All of my leg and both of my left and
Is
right.
that because of your clots?
No, it's because I get pink. I get cold. You know, in my
Put on
past
pants.
life, I was a fish, and I don't have the warm blood.
You need underoos.
I'm wearing long johns right now.
You're from Wisconsin.
Don't fucking. That statement doesn't make sense.
It really
It's
doesn't.
like, oh, you grew up in war-torn Afghanistan. You don't like bullets? I would think that you would love bullets zipping past your head and not being able to sleep so comfortably.
It's like, oh, the music of the bullets.
I love
Makes me go to sleep.
So anyway, back to reincarnation. So I love it. So entering the flesh again.
Entering the flesh again.
And the Buddhists were the first ones to really take over this idea.
Well, it's been widely believed by every single culture since the beginning of conscious thought, and the only people who just refuse to have anything to do with it is like the Christians, the Islamic religion, and Jews.
Oh, okay.
But every other society ever believed in reincarnation because, they're this kind of any culture who comes from the idea that the individual is only so boxed in that we're all so interconnected.
Right.
Like if you look at all of tribal society believes that we're one with nature. Nature isn't like an entity we live in. It's that we are nature. Like the whole thing's like one big organism. So why should death and anything why should that be outside of that metaphor?
It would completely debunk Christianity or Judaism or Islam. You have to have the afterlife. That's a huge part of it.
Well, absolutely, because that's
Except
how
for
you make people do the things.
Well,
you want them to
Judaism
do.
has nothing, right?
Yeah.
They're just
well,
chill out.
it's weird. They're I don't know.
We'll find one.
It's,
and we'll
it's
talk
weird.
to them about it.
Yeah.
But Buddhism has a afterlife system though, because the way they describe reincarnation is that the way they believe is that you reincarnate into 6 different realms.
Okay.
And the first one, it's like the top one is this God realm, which is this place where it's like you're reincarnated. You can be reincarnated in a world where you're a god of a universe.
Like Newt Gingrich is like
Yes,
God.
yes.
So somebody got very lucky and got to fill up that beautiful, beautiful orbital body.
And the one below that is the demigod. The one below that is human. The one below that is animal. And then the one below that is what was it?
The New York Knicks.
It's dead.
I just went to see 2 games this weekend. It's been devastating. 0 for 2.
That's so sad.
So
What's the name of the thing? Oh, it's ghost souls. It's not ghost souls. It's like empty souls, empty vessels. And then the last one is the hell realm, where it's but the whole idea.
They do believe in hell.
But it's not the way we do, because it's all free flowing. The idea is that wherever it is that you are reincarnated into, let's say you're reincarnated into the God realm, which is the highest level, which means that
I kicked some major ass in my life. I saved a couple of children from a burning school. I'm a god now.
You got shot into the God realm.
Awesome.
But it is hard to. The idea is that you're always in this cycle until you reach nirvana. But we're at the top of the sphere, when you're at the top of the wheel, it is more difficult to reach enlightenment because it's so much easier to live. The whole thing is because as a god, you have so much power, and that it's like your personality more prone to laziness. And then the demigod, it's like a little bit harder, but what's hard about that is that they're jealous of the God realm. But this is the way they say it, where the idea is, that no matter what, you're striving, whatever powers you're born into, you're striving to improve your karma. And then in the end, all karma is like, karma is money, is like soul money. And that
So it's like that Leonardo film where time was money. But this is karma is money.
Yeah.
Was it Leo or Matt Damon?
Is that the color of money?
The color of money is green.
I know time is money. I've heard that.
Time is money.
Karma is money, just in the way I said it, but it's more. But just the idea is that you use karma to buy enlightenment.
You buy gold with it.
Okay. If we're gonna say let's say karma was gold coins.
Okay.
Right.
So I
And
had the
100
karma. I already
gold
bought
coins.
the gold.
All right. No. Okay, you had dollar bills. Okay, we'll do your metaphor.
Bullion.
You have dollar bills, right?
All right.
You buy gold with it.
I got it.
Because
The dollar is gold.
Because let's say there's a toll
Not
to
true.
where
We're not on the gold
enlightenment.
standard anymore.
Oh, okay.
This is hard. Have you read the original Wizard of Oz? It's about silver.
Oh.
There's silver. There's
thought it was
silver
about
shoes.
rubies.
No. So okay, back
When
to
is- when are we talking about
this
karma?
is easy to understand. This
Okay.
is easy to understand. So there's a gatekeeper who only accepts gold coins of karma, right? And that you have to pay it out. But the whole thing is that how you live your life is you lose or gain gold coins,
Right.
and that the human realm, the way they describe the human realm is that is the easiest place to achieve enlightenment, and that because in human realm, it's like you have this sort of like you have the power to change your own life, but
Yeah, but can't a god, if you're in the god realm, can't you just be like, hey, Haiti, you're all
'cause
doing
lose,
great now?
No, you lose perspective. That's what they're saying. Is that like as you get more power, you lose perspective.
Don't fucking say you off with his head.
You're being Hitler.
Off with his head.
You're being Hitler in this podcast.
I just don't see how they could possibly lose perspective.
I am also confused by the explanation I was trying to
I just
do.
feel like the reason that it's confusing is because it's made by man, and there's just no way that the men. We are not. If this is like the easiest place to receive karma, there's a huge problem with the structure because it's just so easy not to do good
Now,
things.
I see what they say. To them,
If
it's
you're
more
a god,
about
you can do anything good that you want to do.
no fuck face.
Whoa! Whoa! I'm gonna step out for a second.
A really heated, fucking violent, like, yeah, well, you got a fucking small dick and you don't know how to apologize.
All right.
This is about reincarnation.
Hi, Jesus.
We're talking about Buddhism here.
We're talking about
All right,
goddamn
man.
Buddhism here.
Fucking Buddhism.
All right.
You want to talk about gold? You want to talk about heads? You want to talk about penises, Henry? I want to talk about enlightenment, reincarnation, and the reason why we're fucking here right now.
We will yell about this. I will yell about Buddhism for the next hour.
So the step underneath people is animals. So that's interesting.
Well, it's because if you're a bad life, the idea is that
how
as
fun
in
would-
animal form,
Right.
it's very difficult to gain karma. It's very difficult to do good deeds when you have a cat brain. Because cats aren't nice. Cats
true.
are cute and
I see
fun,
what you're saying.
but cats aren't like.
However,
Like
what is
what's the term? Like cats aren't kind.
Chivalrous?
Yeah.
they're never opening the door for you.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
the-
Cats, yeah. They're not making cures of cancer
But
anytime soon.
isn't that in itself the ultimate freedom? Having a brain too small to even realize that you're doing bad or good?
No,
you just
once again,
do.
You're missing
big,
the point.
No, I am
your
not missing the
filled
fucking point.
brain.
I am saying I would love to come back as a dog or a cat or a goat or a moose.
It's a punishment.
All you
How
want
is that a punishment?
That's not a
You get
punishment
to
for him.
graze, you get to eat, you get to murder animals. Everyone leaves you the F alone, and no one is asking you, oh, did you soap today? Did you shower?
Marcus,
I'm an animal.
we can take the satisfaction that with Ben's attitude, he will never reach the calming, wonderful seas of enlightenment
I know
that you
that.
and I will reach.
You guys are going to not. Or you already, if you come back as a god, if you do amazing, you come back as a god, you lose perspective, and you totally fucking fail.
No, you just make it through. You have to make it to the next cycle. But that's what they're saying is that it's also the Buddhists also believe that it is very uncommon for you to be like rebirthed human twice.
Oh, really?
That when you get rebirthed into human, you have to make it count.
Oh, this is real. This is the money round. This is like when in Super Mario 1.
You gotta blow your load right now.
Blow
Fucking
your load.
blow your load real hard. Like blow your. All right, let's say karma was cum. Right.
What?
Listen to me.
Okay,
Karma
karma's
was
now
cum,
cum.
and it's all in your balls.
Right. I have
And
it
she's
there.
stroking. Life is.
Yeah, life
Right.
is stroking my balls
Yeah.
to get the karma out.
What you got to do is arc your cum all over her face. And that's
I feel like
enlightening.
you have
And
said this
that's
to a girl
enlightenment.
before.
I
Like
try-
if I come on
I'm
your
just-
face, then you will be enlightened. And then she's like, "Why, Henry?" And you're like, "Well, you have
Shut
to
up.
understand."
Yeah, and it was like, shut your fucking mouth.
Okay. Okay.
This is. I just don't know how to explain reincarnation in different metaphors.
You're doing a good job.
You can't explain it to an animal.
I am a person in a past life. Perhaps I was an animal, but you know what? I didn't do all the bad things. I was a fish, and I saw another fish was trying to eat a friend of mine's fish's eggs.
You're like
And
fucking
I
Finding
said-
Nemo?
I was like
refuse to
Finding-
believe that you are the Finding... Like, if you were to turn into a fish, you would not be the Finding Nemo fish.
I would be a great fish.
No, you'd be a
Don't eat his eggs. Don't eat Tom's eggs.
And they'd be like...
Yo, Tommy, somebody's trying to eat your eggs.
And then another fish just comes and
Eats me,
you.
and then
Yeah.
I'm Ben Kissel. Then I end up in Laura Kissel's womb, and I splash around in there, and I come out a boy.
Let's move on to past life regression.
All right. All right. How long can we talk about a subject we know nothing about? That's the question of the day.
We're figuring this out. I love it. I love it.
By the way, we should give a shout out to that young woman we terrified.
Yeah.
I want to apologize. What was her name?
What was it, Yona 84?
Yona 87.
She just had called herself a female listener. Here, I'll read the email.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
to
before
break
we
it
get
up.
to
I
this.
just want to
No,
apologize.
Yeah, we've got it.
We shouldn't apologize.
Okay, let me just read the email. I've listened to all your shows multiple times. However, after episode 26, 911, I had to delete it right away. During that last call, I got the chills,
we get it, boys!
and my heart started racing. I had to turn on the light next to my bed. Jerks! Especially you, Henry. None of the other episodes or topics made me react like that. Then again, maybe I shouldn't listen to your show in the middle of the night. You should. That's the exact perfect time to listen to it. I listen for the lulls.
Yeah!
That's where I provide. That's where I come in.
Yeah, she doesn't believe in anything paranormal. And smooth jazz, Henry Zabrowski.
So she likes the smooth. I think that's an interesting one because I would always go with Hong Kong. That's my favorite.
Yeah.
Someone recently enlightened me.
You're a Hong Kong.
It can only happen in this realm. But that Hong Kong Henry Zabrowski is racist.
Oh, someone just told you that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So now you're smooth jazz. So now you're gonna make fun of a black culture.
What did
and
I
not
do that?
The smooth jazz.
Harlem
Smooth jazz was it?
No, you'd be Harlem Henry Zabrowski.
Yeah,
Harlem Henry Zabrowski.
yeah, I like
That's
it. Harlem Nights, Henry Zabrowski.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I want to say, Yona, I'm sorry that we scared you, but it's our job.
Yeah.
I want to scare you. We want to scare you. It's the best thing. We've been scaring girls in real life for so long
Decades.
that it's just better to do, it's better that it's on the radio.
It's,
Yeah.
you're a safe distance away from us.
Absolutely.
You don't have to be in this room and what the experience is to at least the heat rises in
I wish
this
we
room.
could cue
with
up
the two of
that
us.
that woman getting murdered just one more time for old time's sake. There it is. Wouldn't you?
Oh, you see that? That's the thing, is that-
I hope I become a monkey.
I will
That's
say.
a Pat Dixon joke. Monkey, which is a great bit by Patrick Dixon.
Countdown to monkey time.
So let's
Countdown
go
to
down.
Okay, so past life regression.
Past life regression is it's the act of kind of filing through memories in order to see what you were in a past life, so that you can learn from that experience in order to break the cycle of reincarnation and get to nirvana. Who
Who wants to go to Nirvana when you could be a god?
Nonsense.
I don't
Well, the thing is, I imagine Nirvana as like literally like living inside of a nug of weed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like Nirvana is just sitting like you're in a nug of weed and it's just like right,
Right, black light posters, but you don't have a black light because you don't need
so
them.
much pulled pork.
Yeah.
That's because you want to be eating pulled pork instead of a large nug of weed while listening to Smoke on the Water.
And you're just constantly coming.
And
Yeah.
you're coming.
Yeah.
But it's not just out of your fucking dick.
No.
You're coming out of
Everywhere? Like you don't sweat
coming out of
anymore?
your chest.
Like your soul is coming constantly.
Whoa, man.
That's
good,
what,
man.
That's what Nirvana is.
we don't need to do this again. We don't need to do this bullshit again. We don't
mind
need to
is blown.
start another podcast.
Can I have a little radio station in mind?
If that's what your dreams are.
Yeah.
Fun.
But back to the case of James Leininger,
Yes.
where it's like there's a lot of research coming out of children who have sort of creepy memories as babies about the things they see. And you want to play
James
a little
Leininger
bit
looks
of
and acts
the
like most boys his age,
the
but beneath
video.
his playful
Yeah.
spirit
The audio
is a very
feed?
The
deep
audio
soul.
feed.
Let's
Here
cut
it
the
is.
satellite.
Let's listen to the oldest boy alive.
Just really fun to have you as my son. And he says, I know, that's why I picked you.
When we first met Bruce, Andrea, and James in 2005, his passion for World War II fighter planes was obvious.
I can beat the Japanese easy as pie.
The fascination began when he was a toddler.
The pilot put them on?
James seemed intimately familiar with the aircrafts.
He started doing these little drawings of airplanes shooting at other airplanes or being shot down. Bombing ships, you see men parachuting. Here's another one where planes are dropping bombs. This is a carrier.
The violent drawings were followed by extreme night terrors.
He would just be crying. He'd say, "Airplane crash on fire, little man can't get out." He laid on his back and kicked up at the ceiling, and he goes, "Mama, the little man's going like this." And he laid on his back and kicked his feet up. The little man's going, "Ooh, ooh, 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 can't get out." And I said, "Well, who's the little man, baby?" And he goes, "Me." I thought Bruce and I were just going to faint.
They questioned what kind of plane.
Corsair.
Why did your airplane crash?
My plane was shot down.
Who shot your plane?
He looked at me like I was a village idiot. He said,
The Japanese.
"Where did he take off from a boat?"
Do you remember the name of your boat? He said Natoma.
And his name?
He always said James, but his name is James.
Stunned by his son's words, Bruce tracked down veterans of the USS Natoma Bay.
I wanted to disprove it.
Columbus, Ohio native Leo Pyatt served on the ship.
He asked a few questions about, did I know some of the people? Oh yeah, I remember those people. Yes, there was a Jim Houston, a rather large shell. Just hit him in the engine and it burst into flames and went down.
It was all real. James Houston, born and raised in the Midwest, was shot down over Chichijima, Japan.
He got very quiet.
The Leiningers were speechless again when James met Natoma Bay veterans and recognized them by name.
You're Bob Greenwald. I'm serious.
He'd never met Bob Greenwald.
No, he'd never met him before.
They tracked down James Houston's sister, Ann.
And he goes, "It's not Ann, it's Annie. She wasn't my oldest sister. I had an older sister than that." And I said, "You did? Who was that?" And he goes, Ruth. Ruth.
Eddie is what they called me when I was little. Knowing my name and my sister's name, things that my brother did when he was a kid. It's too amazing to describe.
James recalled his favorite childhood possessions, and when we spoke to them via Skype, they shared one specific story involving James Houston's mother.
Annie had sent James the picture that her mother had painted of James Houston. And when James got it, he called Annie to thank her, and he said, "Where's the one Mom painted of you?" And so she went and found it and sent a copy, and later on she told us that no one in the world except her brother and sister knew that there was an identical picture of Annie when she was the same age.
Amazing stories like that caught the attention of Japanese filmmakers. Not long after our story aired, they flew James and his entire family to Chichijima, Japan, and the site of James Houston's plane crash.
Took a tour of the island, got up on a ridge overlooking the harbor. James said, "This is where the planes flew in the day my plane was shot down."
Without any help, James knew exactly where the plane crashed. They held a memorial service and dropped flowers over the wreckage.
And James just got so emotional and just lost it. And it was just the most heart-wrenching thing.
But when it was over,
it was cathartic.
You know, it still gives me goosebumps to think that we actually got there and we were there and we were able to close the loop, especially for James, that it was something really important to him.
And when they returned, the death and destruction pictures were replaced with this.
There's dolphins and the Japanese ship has its flags flying.
At James's urging, they put all of this and many more incredible stories on paper and published this new book, Soul Survivor.
I hope that it helps people understand the meaning of how precious life is, how fast it can just blow away.
The Leiningers say they aren't promoting reincarnation. Before James, they didn't believe in it.
And I really believe that there's a purpose to this story and that the God that created us wants this story told.
And I also hope that it opens people's eyes up to reincarnation.
You do?
Yeah, I hope it opens people's eyes up to the fact that reincarnation can happen. It is a possibility. It's not a lie.
Suzanne Stratford, Fox 8 News.
Little man indeed.
Good.
Little man.
It's haunting. It's cool. I don't know if it's real or not. So there's
a book out about it, so
There's a
it can't
book out
be
about
entirely fake.
But there's a lot of research being done. What's the name of the? It's kind of started. It's just been going on for a long time.
Well, the thing about the boy that's so fascinating to me is, first of all, his parents, they do seem a little bit show busy, a little bit behind the scenes,
They're
kind of pulling the
into it,
string.
yeah.
But
They're
apparently,
a little too into it.
he did recognize all of the people from WW2 that he met. Like, when they were 80 years, he's like, Bobby, you haven't seen him forever.
Like, literally, he's like, hey, remember that time you got the clap from that?
Holy Christ. I mean, it must be awkward.
Like, he's like 4 years old, like sitting there, like, talking about it. He's just like, I had this nips fucking, I had her ankles up above my head, and I'm just eating her ass.
Like a goddamn cow.
You're just like, Joshua.
I'll tell you, this new dick is glorious. Glorious. The cauliflower growing on my last one
Joshua.
was disgusting.
You remember whenever I took one of them Chinaman's toes and put it on the end of my dick and then used it to rape his wife?
Joshua,
no fucking day.
Trick
no
your
fucking
juice,
Tuesday.
Joshua. I'm sorry about this. We're going to his holistic music class where he learns to play a flute by banging it against his head. Oh yeah, no, it's not one of those. It's not one of those terroristic sort of awful music things where they make you read the sheets and stuff. He just bashes the flute against his head until he learns how to play a song. So psychiatrist
That sounds like a
Ian,
fun thing for a kid to do.
actually,
Really.
that actually sounds kind of cool.
Hey, Mark, give me another pack of Chesterfields.
Joshua. Psychiatrist Ian Stevenson is kind of the forerunner of, like, basically he was a child therapist who started hearing all these creepy memories, and sort of his, like, it's like 2,500 case studies for a period of the last 40 years, and he wrote this book called 20 Cases Suggestive of Reincarnation.
Well, maybe that's what Jerry Sandusky was doing as well. You know, he just fucked old souls.
Oh yeah, they were all just like, it just turns out that all those little boys who were fucking had inside them the souls of old Asian prostitutes.
I mean,
that's
who
a great
knew?
court case.
That is an amazing, the
I think we can
reincarnation
argue
defense.
it.
That's a really I wish you
email
were a
him.
defense attorney.
Yeah, I'll email him.
But
So this fella's running some
there's
case
a thing
studies.
called but a lot of skeptics of what they of this whole process, like, talked about this phenomenon called cryptomnesia, which is this idea of, like, the way our brains work is that we
Marcus,
absorb.
don't yawn into the microphone. Yawn away from the microphone.
I was over here.
Literally, as soon as you said cryptomnesia, Mark was like, big word. I don't.
I'm sorry. It's been
This
a
is
very
the
long.
Texas educational system at work, right?
It's been a very long weekend. All right.
You just fucked a whole bunch of chicks and got into a fight. You lived like a biker.
I fucked one chick and got into a fight.
I've been getting
A bunch of
We've all
times.
been getting
Nonetheless.
like ridiculously wasted for the past, like, 5 days.
Marcus has
I
a
feel
black eye right now.
I feel like shit. Yeah, you look like
I look like I'm on day 6 of a 6-day bender.
Yeah, you look like you're about to die.
Yeah.
This is the spiral downward.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't die now, because you are not going to reach nirvana.
Let me do this.
You
Let me
come
get
back
to
as
this
a
thing.
god. That would be kind of cool.
So cryptomnesia is this idea. So our brains absorb information constantly, and so there's like a phenomenon. This idea that we seem to remember something. It seems like a new memory, but what it is just your brain kind of cobbling things together. So I think a lot of times these kids are the victim of suggestion by therapists they start to believe in their own lies, and then because they're getting attention, but from saying, I was like, I was a World War II pilot, and everyone's like, and it's just like, I don't have to set fires anymore to get attention,
Right. Just nice. I mean, it's the same. It's the same sort of principle as deja vu.
Yes.
Right. It's the exact same idea.
Your brain just thinks it's experienced something again, but it's just a series of memories.
And
that
really,
make it all...
if you live in a small town your entire life, or any town, you do experience the exact same thing multiple times.
Oh, yeah.
Just like random elderly woman taking a pee on the street. I feel like I've seen that before. Yeah, because you saw it last Tuesday when that randomly elderly woman pissed on the street.
That was a fun day.
Yeah, it was a fun day.
Today was fun, too.
It's a lot. Yeah. I mean, people just constantly do the same thing over
But
and
also,
over
God
again.
knows how much information a child can actually receive while in the womb. Because, because the vagina has got to send sounds up there. Right? I'm not a scientist.
I mean,
okay, yeah.
So
I came in like halfway to that.
I feel
if a whale died and then went right into the womb, it would just be cozy. Maybe that I was perfect in the womb. My mother said I never kicked once. Wouldn't you believe I was a beluga whale?
But the other thing is, but I mean, like, where they would get information from that they didn't know, and could they be floating around the stomach when you're pregnant with a baby? And does your vagina act as some sort of like sound tube into the baby. Because you know how people put
You think that it's easy to get sounds through the vagina, but it's all covered up with panties and what about the mouth?
But it's like a funnel.
It's a funnel.
You know how like people in the olden days when they were deaf, they put the thing in the ear and they go, hey, hey, hey.
The phone.
Yeah, the thing.
The ear, tin ear.
The
tin
horn,
ear. They called it
whatever that horn was.
Ear horn.
But what if the pussy worked the same way, and then instead of putting like headphones on the belly like they do to teach kids Mozart, is you put one cup on the opening of the vagina, then you put the other one up on the clitoris.
I think that you are reincarnated from a boy who studied medicine in maybe the 1400s. So, Professor, but what if it was a sort of a tube, a sound tube, the vagina?
That's what I keep telling all the girls I know. If you're having problems with your period, what you do is you light a candle underneath your vagina, and then the period gets scared and runs out your mouth.
I didn't know that.
That's a thing.
And that's actually where, what's that, the goo that comes out?
Ectoplasm.
Yeah, that's what ectoplasm
That's what it comes from.
So where we are time-wise, should we start this past life regression?
Oh, yeah, we should. Yeah, we got about 5 minutes.
So who's doing it?
So this is for the listener.
Oh, for the listener. Fine.
This is a bit of a past life regression exercise that is good for you.
All right.
So make sure it's now time to. The goal of this exercise is to allow you to explore your past lives while alone in a safe and pleasant manner. Now, most people need to do this exercise daily, but you're going to just do this once and not really do it because you're not going to do it.
Yeah, don't do it, actually.
But you should do this. It can do this. I found this online.
Okay, so it's possible.
It's real.
Okay, definitely.
Now, remember to do this process slowly. We're going to have to do it faster, so just pause it every time I say something.
It's like a cooking show. Treat it like a Paula Deen app.
Just relax your body and mind. Now, ask. The first thing we're going to do before we start this, you're going to ask your higher self, your guides, your guardian angels, and whatever other servants of the universe
relax them first.
you'd like to be present for the entire session. They're going to keep you safe. They're going to keep you protected at all times. Just lay down. Just take off your shirt. Okay? Slowly take off your pants. Now, they say that the best way to remain comfortable is, technically you could do this standing, but you shouldn't.
Henry?
Just take off your shirts and your pants. And let's start the process.
You can't.
Being comfortable is the key.
I don't think they're comfortable right now.
I think they're very uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's like,
do this exercise in a peaceful place.
All right. All right. Jesus Christ, Henry. It's just.
Are you ready?
Just do it for them.
How to do this exercise, step 1. Hi.
Oh, God.
Take some deep, refreshing breaths until you're totally comfortable and relax. It should take you no more than 3 minutes to get comfortable.
All right, I don't know.
I'm reading the instructions.
Oh, is that how it is?
Close your eyes. Close your eyes. Envision a golden white ball of healing light. Send that ball of healing light to each part of your body in turn. Start with your feet.
Ow.
Go up to your calves.
Ow, ow, ow.
Through your chest and your heart. Along your shoulders. Your body. Just do your whole body. This keeps saying all the different parts of the body.
Am I supposed to do my fingers?
The whole fucking body.
All right.
Scan your entire body. Looking for any places. Do that until you're totally relaxed and peaceful. Looking for every part of tension. You should be in a place of perfect peace and stillness.
This is just not that.
Your body should now be filled with beautiful healing light. Take a moment to bask in it. Feel its warmth and its safety. Kiss yourself in the mirror.
Jesus Christ, that's not real.
All right, now go inside and connect with your inner vision. On the screen of your mind, imagine a screen. Minimize the porn on the screen in your mind.
I was just getting so comfortable.
Imagine a closed door at the bottom of a staircase. See yourself walking to the staircase. I'm walking to the staircase.
You're sweating. You're getting winded.
Walking. See yourself slowly walking down the stairs. Walking down the stairs. When you get to the bottom of the stairs, you will see 2 things. On the left side, there's a very comfortable couch. Don't immediately sit on it, Ben.
No, because you're sitting on it already.
You will rest on it for a moment while you gather your thoughts about what you want to get from your journey in your time. So if you're already sitting on a couch, you're going to make up a couch in your fucking brain, and you're going to sit on the couch to decide what you're going to do after you're done sitting on your brain couch. On the right side of the door, there's a door with big red letters on it which say, "My Past Lives."
What?
This is real.
There's a room?
Yes.
All right.
Right now, the door is closed.
Oh.
Is it open?
Behind the door is the gateway to your past lives. It's called the My Past Lives store. Just
Am I Claire Danes?
No. My Past Lives.
Okay, good.
All
My
right, that's
so-called
the
past
door.
life.
Just don't go in that room yet. You're not ready. You're sitting on your brain couch. While you're sitting or lying on the brain couch, let the love of the universe surround you. Let it surround you. Know that at all times you are completely safe and protected by all your guides.
What's the laugh for?
If you don't want to go through the door, that is fine. I don't know why we're doing this if you don't want to, but it's fine.
Get the fuck.
It does not matter.
I'm
why.
not going through it.
Give yourself permission to relax and just enjoy being on your brain couch.
Okay.
There's no reason to have all these steps.
No.
Just go through the door.
Before starting your journey back through time, you need to declare the following to the universe.
Okay.
All right? This is how you make sure that this is safe. Just keep saying that it could not be safe.
It is safe. It's because it's make-believe. It's in your brain. It's
completely
You have to say
fine.
this.
All right.
Okay.
Throughout this journey, through my past lives, I am always completely safe and protected.
Throughout this journey in my past lives, I'm always
safe and protected.
safe and protected.
I will see, hear, and experience everything about my past lives as if I was watching a movie. Just as a movie cannot harm me, my journey through my past lives cannot harm me.
That's too many words for me to read.
Let's go through it.
Yeah,
Let's go
far
through it.
too many words.
I will see, hear, and experience
I will sit here.
everything about my past lives
Everything about my
as
past
if I was watching a movie.
I was watching a movie.
A Jessica Biel movie?
Just as a movie cannot harm me.
Just as a movie cannot harm me.
My journey through my past lives
My journey through my past life
cannot harm me.
Cannot harm me.
cannot harm me.
Third saying.
What Jessica Biel movie?
I
should
am
watch?
clear on my intention for my past life journey, which is
I am.
what is your intention?
I am clear on my
intention. I think is to check out my past lives. That
Just say-
kinda
just
seems
say-
like
be
there's
clear about
only-
your intention.
Seems like there's only one intention.
You got to be
This
clear
could-
about
My
it. Whatever it
intention
is.
is to figure out how many other amazing things I've been.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, maybe you were Napoleon. Dynamite.
That's a movie that can't hurt me.
Open the door. If the door does not open, that you made up, then the universe is telling you to go back to the couch. Fucking Christ. If you choose to continue, it is your choice.
I'm open,
All right?
dude.
Just
Yeah,
remember
it's
that
open.
it's time for your own good to stop. When you are ready, go inside the past life room. Inside this room, you will see two things. On the wall of the past life room, there is a white screen with blinds over it that is shutting down. On either side of the white screen are two buttons. One is green, one is red. On the left, the green button opens the blinds to show you your past lives. This is what the green button does. Are you concentrating on me?
Are you concentrating on those out of my voice? Are you concentrating on my voice?
It's harder to do it with.
On the right, the red button closes the blinds and takes you back to the safe, comfy couch. This is the thing: is that you
like
could
Resident
just
Evil.
have. And then this is that you could have one button that does both of these things.
Right, sure. The open close button.
When the blinds go, what?
Why can't I be on the couch and watch my
Why
past
can't my
life?
past
separate
life
rooms.
regression room not look like Shaquille O'Neal's home theater?
Because it's two separate rooms. It's
Can
what
I-
do you want it to be, Ben?
Can I pull the couch into the second
No,
room?
you fucker.
You gotta
There's
stand.
one.
Why not?
There are strict rules. You have to be clear on your intentions.
If I'm gonna watch a past life, it's gonna be like 60 years.
You know what? You're right.
I'm gonna need to get. I'm,
You know what?
I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
you're right.
stand there the whole time.
Okay, all right.
Bring your brain.
I'm gonna be fast forwarding through like sleep and born stuff.
When the blinds go up, you will see an image of yourself in a past life. This will be the past life that you most need to see, or the past life that most closely matches your special intention. What do you see, Marcus?
I see a swamp.
So you're a frog. Ben, what do you see?
Tintin, the animated journalist.
So you see something that's a fake, a made-up character?
Yeah.
Yes.
I see Napoleon Dynamite.
Yeah.
Look at yourself on the screen. Once you have a clear view of the individual who was you in the past life, say action.
Action.
The movie of you in this past life will not start rolling until you do so. That's like a movies. Like that one movie.
The won't hurt you.
What?
Napoleon.
Dynamite.
Which movie?
If you're having difficulty seeing yourself in the past life screen, ask to see the feet of your past life personality. Try to see what it is you're wearing on your feet. Are they shoes? Are they sandals?
They're little brown
Are
shoes.
they boots?
No shoelaces.
Or are your feet bare?
Mine are wrapped in cloth. Burlap sacks.
What's yours? Yeah, yours is Tintin. Whenever you're ready, press the green button to open the blinds and begin your journey. The first time to keep your journey to 20 or 30 minutes because, I mean, in the end, it's a short podcast. Only go longer once you have had more practice. Whenever you feel your journey has ended or the alarm goes off, like it's time to go to work.
Help Captain Haddock save his
Then
boat.
get up and walk back to the staircase where you began your journey.
Around.
And then, like a deep sea diver, come back up slowly to the surface.
You don't want to get the past life bends.
It's a tortoise. That's all you see. Oh, I see Finding Nemo. He's getting his dick sucked.
His little Nemo dick.
Oh, Daddy, back off.
Is that the end of the journey?
You won't remember it.
And that is the end of the journey. I hope your past lives were illuminating to you.
Mine was in 3D.
Yeah, that was a good movie.
Awesome.
Mine was just some dude standing in a swamp with burlap sack.
That's really scary.
That's about right. That's about accurate.
That's really very frightening.
How about you, Henry?
Oh, I don't really see anything. I can't. I'm brain blind, so I literally can't imagine things.
Yeah, I'm kind of the same way.
That's what's hard.
I have a very, very hard time. My brain is nothing but words.
Yeah, no, my brain is just like, it screams in the dark.
It's just blackness.
Yeah.
That's great,
There's
man.
just nothing up there.
Fucking makes for a great album cover, man.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. All right, is that it?
That's it.
That's the whole thing. Wow.
Wow, we managed to talk for a solid 35 minutes about something we know nothing about.
We know all about it. Karma is cum. Cum is stored in your balls.
Yeah, we're learning the
Put
gold
that karma all
coins
over
and
a
the
chick's
toll
face.
keeper and the...
Ben is Tintin.
I am Tintin. You're exactly who you are.
I have no imagination.
You have nothing. So... keep on listening. Last podcast on left with Marcus Parks. I'm Ben Kissel. Take us out.
I don't want no scrubs. Scrubs can't get no love from me. No side of a best friend's ride. Trying to holler at me. I was Hitler in a past life.
Whoa!
Negustulations.
Negustulations.